My third day of this. Tablespoon of olive oil, Bragg's organic. Tablespoon of organic lemon juice. And half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Supposedly cleans out your insides big time. Again, supposedly. But I have the ingredients, so, why not do it? You want proof that you just can't, no matter how hard you try, you can't, you think something's fine and then it's not. You think something's fine and then it's not. Mom was coming home. And I didn't know she was going to be coming home, and I was getting my bang trim yesterday. Getting a ride. Getting my bang trim so I didn't have to take forever to get there via public transportation. And I point blank told the doctor on Tuesday. We also discussed my mom's he had her on Lasix instead of tercimide. It's a personal preference, so now she's not back on Lasix. She was on Lasix before. She even was put on Lasix years ago because I found old pills. And now she's back on Lasix. He essentially said they're very, very similar, but why did the other doctor, he said the other one is more easily absorbed. And then it's a comfort level. Some people doctors are more comfortable. So anyway, she's back on Lasix, and she says she'll take it because I told her you need to take it, period. There's no choice any longer. You're going to take it. And I'm going to track and see. It might be all in her head. It might not be as bad as we think, or it might just be you do a lot more pee when you go, but it won't be that you're peeing 10 times a day or 20 times a day or whatever. I already have her pee often anyway, so she already pees often, especially after a big breakfast, a lot of liquid. 16 ounces of coffee just about, and then oatmeal has 3/4 of a cup each oatmeal packet, so she has a huge breakfast. Anyway, I said she can't come home until 5. I have an appointment. I don't have to say it's a hair appointment. It's important to me. It's important to me. I don't care if it's not a medical appointment. I don't have to tell them shit. You're telling me I didn't think she'd be home this soon. Okay, you want her home on Wednesday. She just went in Thursday night. Okay, so I didn't know she'd be home this soon. That's great. She's home. I'm keeping my fucking appointment. So I said, she's coming home at 5. They're having the arrange for the ambulance. And if we get a bill, we're not paying it. We've never had to pay before. And she's in no condition to go with me, like on public transportation or something. And you should be able to put in codes and that we don't have to fucking pay. In fact, that nursing home should have done it according to her secondary insurance, but you know how that is. They're going to act like she's perfectly capable of even going by herself or whatever, and they refuse to even try to put it through Medicare. But whatever, doesn't matter. I wanted to go anyway and get all her stuff. Instead of having her come home and any kind of other thing when she has so much stuff. I desperately tried to find someone to pick her up, and we couldn't. I said to the hospital, she's coming home at 5. Can you at least make sure you give her dinner? Don't worry, we'll give her dinner. The case manager calls me, yeah, I made sure she got dinner, blah, 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 whatever. And then at night, after I've already given her chocolate that I got for her at the store, I said, you had dinner, right? No, I didn't. What do you mean you didn't? Did they give you dinner? Yeah, they gave me dinner. Okay, then how did you not have dinner? Because they didn't give me any milk with dinner. They just gave me tea and it was too hot. Did you tell them it was too hot? No. But they shouldn't have just given her tea that was too hot. They should have prepared it for her, given her cream to put in it or whatever. And why did they give her fucking milk? And I'm not keeping her on fucking fluid restriction either. I'm not going to give her water at night anymore, but the doctor said, yeah, they had her on a slight fluid restriction. He's like, you should probably continue that at home. Well, I'm lucky she's even agreeable, so she's going to take the pee pill. But the thing is, I thought I was doing so good. Let her have dinner before she comes home, because sometimes the ambulance runs late, and I've had it be where she took hours when she was just waiting around. I was waiting for her. So they don't think, they don't care. She's leaving. They don't even make sure. And they I don't know if she I think she asked for milk. They wouldn't give it to her, but she didn't say her tea was too hot. They should have made sure. They probably didn't even give her cream with it. I wouldn't be surprised. You have to give her something. You don't give her scalding hot tea. So she couldn't even eat her fucking dinner. So you gave her dinner, but you didn't give her the liquid she needs to eat it. And plus, with your little fluid restriction, who knows? People probably err on the side of caution. And why didn't they give her milk? Who knows? Who knows? Again, that last time, that fucking fluid restriction, 32 ounces, sickening, and it wound up being awful. It wound up being traumatizing for her and for me. The whole thing where they were following it in the nursing home and they weren't supposed to be. It was supposed to have been lifted the fucking 4 in the afternoon, the day before she even went in there. But something simple, can you feed her dinner? And then she ends up not eating dinner, and she isn't hungry and doesn't even ask me for anything or tell me she's hungry, anything. And then I give her chocolate, not thinking she's had dinner, of course. And so I give her dessert because she didn't have any dinner. To me, it's just sick. I make sure you get an early meal, and they don't even make sure. They don't give you milk with it. Why didn't they? Who knows? Again, fluid restriction, not paying attention. They gave her tea and not milk. Maybe because they need to follow that fluid restriction, and they're afraid she's coming home and she'll probably have more, or oh no, the horror, you know. If you ever have money, either of us, I'd like to have us both, not just her, me too, see a natural path. In the meantime, she has to completely play by their rules. I don't. I stopped taking that naproxen. I don't need to take it. I stopped taking. So I was put on that for. I said I don't take stuff like that. Well, can you? Yeah, I can. Well, then I'm going to put you on. Is essentially what the just under a doctor, the PA, whatever ortho said. And I'm like, well, I better follow it because she says it'll reduce swelling, and it was. I didn't want to. I stayed on it for 1 fucking week. That's it. I stayed on it for a week. And I went off of it. I'm not in pain. Why do I have to take it? I'm not in any pain. I don't need to take it, you know. But I dutifully took it, but only for a week. It's not along with the baby aspirin. The baby aspirin made sense, I guess, because in that boot, she's like, you get a blood clot. Yeah, I agree with that. But the naproxen, I don't need it. Is this the same as over the counter? It's a little stronger. I'm not in pain. But your foot's all swollen. It'll reduce the swelling. All right, well, I'll be going back, and I stopped taking the naproxen. No way. And then it'd take it for 3 weeks, and then as needed, Today will be the test. We're going to see what happens with her. I'm going to keep track of it exactly, day and night. And she's been on it in there. But that other doctor had to have some reason to put her on tersamide instead. I said, why isn't she on tersamide? Why is she on Lasix and tersamide? Tersamide's better absorbed. But this doctor said she's been absorbing this fine. And then we thought her standard weight was 146, and that's what we were thinking all along. And now, and because that's what it was when she came home. That's what she wasn't there. And now she's down. She's down to 137. I just weighed her. Maybe 146 was too high, but we didn't think it was too high because that's what she had weighed before. It just all makes my head spin. And I'm grateful I was able to get my bang trim. Period. Grateful. And the VNA's got to start over, and probably the nurse will come. I better turn my phone on. And they have to start where they can't just continue where they left off because that's not fair. If my mom's gone and misses things, then you do a reevaluation, after 30 days, but if she missed a whole week, then we should postpone the reevaluation. I'm going to say as much. I can also appeal this if I'm just feeling like it. If I feel like appealing, I'll appeal. Probably lose, just like I lost over there. But it's all fucked. It's all fucked. Every which way it's fucked. It's just ridiculous.